You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk? Are you feeling lucky?
We are Hop Snooze, but we're going to start. This is going to be a marathon of a night.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is going to start the weekend bender.
Cheers.
Can you call it weekend a bender? I don't think so,
So,
right?
okay, we were having this conversation last night. What's the cutoff between binge and bender? I thought it was 3 days. Anything over 3 days is a bender.
And
No.
binge drinking. Well, no, because you...
I think 1 to 2 is just called the weekend. 3 to 4 is a bender, and then 3 to 4 is a binge. Anything over 5 is a bender.
I don't know.
Five.
I can binge drink in one day. Binge drinking
Whoa.
is like...
Binge drinking all those nights that's just a given.
Because like, if you drink the entire weekend, I feel like it's just a binge. You know?
I feel like that's just a weekend though. That means we binge every weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Yeah.
Fuck me, I guess.
I know. Chester's definitely out here. If you can see behind
Yeah.
JJ, Chester's made an appearance. Just
Yeah.
leave him out for a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. We are not live. We
are back at it again.
recording back at it again.
We should steal that tagline for sure.
Yeah.
The second episode of the night of Feelin Lucky.
I didn't change shirts. You
Oh,
did.
I forgot
You
to change shirts.
I'm the only one that changed
Totally
shirts.
forgot.
I was like, we can't make it look like we were doing the same
Back to
same
back.
night.
I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck. We're announcing right now. We're doing this on the same night that I have already done a Hoppy Hour. You both have already played. No, you played volleyball and you were at the
you
Cheesecake
got tamed
Factory.
We
in
got
Fancy
Turkey Cheesecake
restaurant.
Factory.
And we have recorded one episode
Yes.
already. So we're recording 2 episodes because JJ's going out of town.
Yep, I will be gone. So when this airs, I will be pleasantly in Colorado.
I'm
Hell
jealous.
yeah, dude.
I'm excited.
We're in Colorado. Where are we going?
So we're flying into Denver, and then we're gonna spend the night there. Then we're gonna head over to Colorado Springs for a few nights, and then we're going back to Denver because we wanted to spend the weekend in the city.
Mm-hmm.
No idea if they're open or not. We'll find that out when we get there. And then after that, this
It's a
is
later problem.
this
I'm fucking winging it.
this is the most Lauren and myself thing ever. Is after Colorado, we've got 4 days. We have nothing booked or planned. Or sorry, after Denver. So I don't know. We're thinking we'll go up to Vail and see, but
Just
everything in
find
Vail
something.
is like so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But
fine.
yeah, we'll figure it out as we go.
It's a later problem.
Yeah, exactly. That sounds like a next week drunk Jared problem.
Have you ever been to Colorado before?
I have.
You have?
Yeah, I've been to Denver.
Okay.
I flew in there just to buy a car and then drive it back.
So you didn't like do anything?
No, I didn't do a single goddamn thing there.
I'm jealous. I really want to go to Colorado. That's a place that is on my, not even bucket list. That's like something I want to do like ASAP
Yeah.
for sure.
So you want to go to Colorado when I'm like better at snowboarding because I want to hit like the mountains there and shit like that.
Oh, for sure.
Can't
But like
snowboard.
I you gotta walk before you run.
Oh yeah, definitely got your practice in because you will murder yourself on a Colorado run.
Yeah.
I want to go there when I'm better at smoking weed because I'm really bad at it right now, and there are pros out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's gonna be.
That's all I do is just fucking smoke the bong, fucking hit the bong, and then hit the slopes, dude.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's what you gotta do though. I also found out
Wow.
shrooms are legal there, which is pretty wild. I didn't.
Dude, Colorado's like a different planet.
Yeah, it really is. I wasn't expecting that at all. It's a wild card for sure.
Mash asked me to go to Vegas tonight. Shut up, Mash. I don't know
Like
if I should
leaving
say
tonight?
that.
You going to
No,
Vegas
not
tonight?
tonight.
All right. This
Well,
just
so,
in. This
the
just in.
Aqua-
Lucky's leaving for Vegas
I
tonight.
remember when the bender ends up with all of us in Vegas.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I've always like low key though wanted to get really drunk with the boys on like a Friday night and just like walk to the airport and just fly to Vegas
Or anywhere.
or anywhere
Just
to
like
wake
buy,
up
like what's the cheapest ticket you have?
just to wake up somewhere else because I think that would be a hilarious story.
That'd be awesome. Just get like fucking fucked up and then pass out on the plane and then wake up in a different city. And
Right?
you're like, all right, let's
I'm
fucking.
gonna just cut this right now and like see where we wake up tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, we can figure it out.
It's
after this,
Thursday.
After this, yeah, after this
That'd
episode.
be fun. We are shooting. This is episode 4 of Feelin Lucky, presented by Hops News. Off the rails again to start.
Yeah.
I don't even know where we started.
Were we ever on the rails?
No,
No,
I mean,
I
I don't know why we tried.
I think we started complimenting Producer Beef's shirt.
Oh, thank
Or if
you.
we didn't,
It's my
we should have been.
Hawaiian shirt that I got for my birthday this year. Shout out OAF Nation. Love your shirts.
Sexy.
It's got roses on it and Scar 17 rifles used by the U.S. Navy SEAls.
Navy SEAls. Are
Shout
they
out Navy SEAls.
hoorah?
Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah, Navy SEAls.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know. Is our Marines hoorah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Marines are oorah, Navy's hooyah, and Army's hooah. And Air Force is like fucking, I don't know.
It's like just a queefing.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Just kidding. I can't say that. But Mash was talking shit about you.
Yeah, earlier when we were trying to raise you from bed,
Oh, yeah.
Nash was like, "Yeah, just dump a box of Crayola crayons on the floor. I'll come running."
All right, Mash. I haven't met you yet, but these fucking crayon jokes, they're a little old, dude.
He says that's all you guys eat. That's all you guys eat for.
I mean, say what
Yeah.
you will, but only spending money on Crayola has saved me a lot of money on house groceries.
Mash was Air Force, right?
Yeah, he's there. That's why.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so he's just fucking used to like hotel rooms and shit like that. His fucking 5-star dining, his fucking steak and lobster every fucking night. While the Marines are out doing real shit, like, yeah, that's fine.
Sheesh.
That's alright.
I
That's
love
alright,
it.
we'll take it.
I love it. I think
Last time I checked, you guys didn't take Fallujah, so. I mean, we got that on you.
I don't know the exact date, but I believe when this episode is coming out, will be the same week as Captain Khan's.
No shit.
I think so.
Shout out Captain Cons.
While we're talking about all this, because I believe, is supposed to be the last week of August, and
That would be awesome.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
that.
So this should be the weekend before that.
Yep.
I'm excited for that.
Oh boy, that'll be a lot of fun. Captain Khan's
How
from
much?
Barstool Sports, Zero Blog 30, the biggest by far military podcast.
It's the
on
biggest,
planet.
yeah, I'd say the
Veteran
biggest veteran
podcast?
podcast by Barstool Sports, by Uncle Chaps, Kate, and Captain Cons.
So real talk, how much dick did Mash have to suck to get Cons on?
Oh, dude, I bet
It
he's...
was me.
How much dick did you have to suck to
I
get
would
Cons
suck
on?
as much dick as Cons wanted. Just so we're clear. I'm as big of a fan as I know.
I honestly thought you were going
I
to say
know-
I'm as big of a dick sucker. That's where I thought you were going.
No, I know Mash and Jay have both said that they're big fans. Obviously, Producer Beef is of Zero Blog 30. So I slid in just because I was listening to it was Barstool Breakfast. Cons was on Barstool Breakfast, and which is a serious show, Sirius XM. But he was talking about, and we'll talk about all this with him, but he was talking about he's got an addiction for koozies,
Oh,
which I have.
let's see. We got. A few
Those
of
are, and
these.
I told him no. I told him bomber jackets. I sent him bomber
Yeah,
jackets.
you need to upgrade for sure from the
I
koozie
told him because this
to the
is a
bomber
koozie.
jacket.
Koozies are good, and this is a cool koozie. This is my personalized Hops News koozie, but
These bomber jackets,
and that's what I
are-
told. That's what I told Mash.
the tits. I mean, these
Bomber
things are
jacket
awesome.
at this point
Yes.
is definitely a partner with Hops News.
Yeah,
I give out their
I
bomber
mean,
jackets.
these things are phenomenal. I need to pick me up one for a 12 ounce. Do they make them for 12
Yes,
ounces?
for sure.
Okay. I need to get because I will legitimately put a 12 ouncer in here and just sip it below like the
Mhm.
rim because that's how fucking good these are.
They keep them so cold, and that's what I told him. I was like, so I just sent him because he was talking about his addiction to koozies, and I was like, if you want something much better than a koozie, get a bomber jacket. And he was like, yeah, I'll look into that. And then I was like, you should come on Hoppy Hour.
Did you send
and
him
it's
one?
gonna happen. No, we will send him one for
Okay.
sure though. Before we're planning on sending him a Hops News one to have for the show.
That's awesome.
That's, again, totally off the rails. And I know it's the last week of August, so this will be the same day, or the same week that we have them on. Anyway.
Back on the rails. We haven't even made it to topic one yet, guys.
Jesus Christ. We did this the last episode, too, and we weren't even drunk. I mean, I was kind of drunk. But, Producer Beef, get us back on.
All right, so the topics tonight. First one, possible night switch? Question mark. Lucky, you want to elaborate on that for us?
This is an all Lucky thing.
I don't know when we're gonna be switching over, but Feelin Lucky is going to be switching to Tuesday nights, I believe, because there's just gonna be
coveted Tuesday, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. We're taking over the Tuesday night Hoppy Hour, and everything's just gonna. I think Sundays we're gonna be doing something else. That if we haven't announced it yet, we should have announced it, but we're gonna be doing on location stuff on Sundays.
Oh, try to do Sundays at
We're gonna
places?
try to do Sundays at locations, and it's gonna
Okay.
be like one of us each time. So some night it'll be the three of us or whoever of us can make it in Milwaukee, and then Jay will be doing it in North Carolina. Hoppy will be doing it in Florida, and Mash will be doing it in Idaho. So I think that's the plan. I don't know when that's happening because we're shooting this like the night that decision was made, or the week that decision was made. We haven't like totally
I like that idea a lot.
cut up all the details.
Because we are, the Feelin Lucky crew is talking to a lot of local breweries to get them on. The biggest issue right now is a lot of breweries aren't open fully.
Yes.
Because of COVID. So it makes it really hard for us to be able to go in there and film if they're not actually open. So we're just kind of biding time right now until we can do. But we hope to do a lot more of our episodes, on location with breweries, with brewmasters, with
And if we
whoever will talk to us, really.
Yeah, right. I mean, like my mom wanted to do an episode. She can.
Oh,
come
yeah,
on.
let's have Mama Lucky on. Let's have Mama Lucky on.
Can we replace Lucky with Mama Lucky?
Yeah,
Can it
we'll
just
do.
be you, me, and Mama Lucky? Let's do that. Mama Lucky, I know you watch this shit, and I'm saying it right here, right now. It's happening.
We want you on. We definitely want you on.
Yes, for sure. That
Maybe-
would be amazing.
Maybe not
That
to
would
replace
be-
Lucky. I'm not fully on that.
Please
train,
don't
but-
replace me.
But
Wally
definitely have you on the
pipped.
show.
Get Wally pipped by my fucking mom.
I would love to have some Mama Lucky input on some of these topics.
No, that's actually a great idea. She is a Hops News Patreon member, Hops News family member.
Huge
So
supporter.
I mean,
Our only
we'll
fan,
see.
really.
I haven't even talked about this with her, but yeah, she'd be awesome to have on. But anyway, that's kind of the general idea. So that was the first topic on the list, just because I don't know when it's happening. It won't be happening, I don't think, for the episode that we just shot.
No, yeah, it won't be these
It won't
episodes,
be.
probably.
It won't be. I would guess that both of these come out on Sundays, but sometime soon after this airs, we'll be switching to Tuesday nights. So not a big deal. I'm excited. I love.
I think Tuesday is going to be a little bit better of a night, if we're being honest. I feel like a lot of people spend their Sunday nights relaxing, and we're probably not what you want to relax to. If we're
That's
being
fair.
honest.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
That's fair.
It depends on the kind of relax. If you want to with relaxing, you mean like cranking one off or something. I mean,
Yeah.
like you
Crank
could
you
add
one
some.
off? What do you think our
Just
viewers are
some of
doing
like,
to us?
well, no, I mean
Jesus
just some of the
Christ.
topics we have. Some of
Yeah.
the topics
People just
we
want to
have.
cringe for 45 minutes to an hour.
Mm.
It seems more of a Tuesday activity than a Sunday activity.
Yeah.
All right.
So we have a
That's
possible night switch coming up. Completely tentative right now, and nothing set in stone.
Classic.
Just had to bring it
That's
up.
the classic Feelin Lucky style.
Yeah.
That's housekeeping.
We're
Upstairs
just
housekeeping.
spitballing. We're just spitballing here.
Did you guys see Steve-O taped himself to another fucking billboard?
Yes. Love it.
Wait, another? Did he do
He's
it?
done
during
it once
Jackass?
before. No, it wasn't for Jackass. I believe it was an anti-SeaWorld
That
protest.
that would make a lot of
Because he
sense.
taped himself to
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
their
yeah, yeah,
billboards
yeah.
in like San Diego or something,
This
and
one-
immediately went to jail.
This one was to promote. I think he has a special, right? He has
Yes.
a special coming out that I heard about. Steve-O, I don't know the name of it, but that's crazy.
He's a comedian. Like, I know he does stupid shit, but like, he's actually funny.
It's
He's-
it's not. I don't know that it's necessarily a comedy special, but he's going through. I listened to a podcast that had him on, and it's like he's going through old clips of him, basically, like shit that he's done, crazy shit that he's done.
Oh, okay. I need to correct myself real quick. He never taped himself to a billboard previously. He edited a billboard to say SeaWorld sucks. And that's what he got arrested for.
Oh, gotcha.
Anyways, sorry, please continue.
No, so this thing now, it was today, the day that we're shooting, August 13th. He taped himself. Like, that's what I woke up to. It was all over Facebook.
Oh, I was laughing so hard.
It was all over
I love
Facebook,
that.
and there was like 100,000 people watching.
Did you see his post on like his social media? It's
Yeah.
him in his tighty whities standing up there, and it's just like, hey, like I was stunt expert, like, cause he was on he wasn't just like straight taped to it. He was on like a platform.
Yeah.
It was built for it. So he was like, hey, like I'm perfectly fine. Like I don't need anyone to come save me. Like it'll be okay. And then like fire department showed up and pulled him down like a cat stuck in a tree. Anyways.
So this is something that this is just a thought. I think Steve-O is one of those guys. How do you guys feel about Jackass, first of all?
I thought it was hilarious, like growing up, like when I was in
I
high school.
loved it. I mean, I just thought it was so fucking
It's
funny.
so iconic too for our like generation.
It's just like, it's one of those things that like it happened and it kind of changed. It did change a lot though. Like in the comedy world, like it was its own form of like kicking the balls comedy or whatever.
Yeah.
Like hitting the nuts. That shit's just so funny and it always will be. I think Steve-O, he doesn't need it. He's obviously very well off and whatever. He's something that like, he's someone that we should get a GoFundMe for, and we should all just donate like $1, just because like all of the shit that he's put himself through. He just has.
Yeah,
he just totally has like put himself through so much shit.
He's like a glutton for like punishment almost.
Yeah, for sure.
He fucking just loves
And
punishment.
I've heard that like the whole like Jackass crew is actually like super cool, like and like nice. My so one of my old managers, he was on vacation. I don't remember where, and so this is a story of a story, so it's gonna be really blurry. But they were like they were in a bar getting dinner, and the Jackass crew like showed up because they were filming nearby.
Yeah.
And they were all just super like fucked up.
Yeah.
And were like kind of being assholes at the bar.
Really?
And then I think he said it was like Ryan Dunn realized like that like
Rest in peace.
yeah, right, rest in peace, poor guy. Realized that like my manager and his wife are like trying to have like a decent dinner, and so like him and like the crew, like the Jackass crew, like kind of pulled themselves together, and they all like hung out and like had dinner and drinks with like him and his wife, and they like hung out with them for like an hour or two.
That's so cool. I mean, they're just like,
which is pretty fucking dope.
everything that I've listened to. I've listened to a lot of. I've actually listened to Wee Man. I've listened to Johnny Knoxville, and I've listened to Steve-O. And not to say that those are the three biggest guys, but
they're probably the three most well known.
I mean, Johnny Knoxville's for sure number one.
He was kind of like, he was the poster boy of
Steve-O's
Jackass.
probably number two, right?
I would think so, because he's
everything that
ridiculous
I've
shit.
listened
And
to,
the Weeman's just hilarious.
Everything that I've listened to, they're all super cool. But like, I think Steve-O's the one. He put himself through hell multiple times,
and like with all of his being very open about his drug addictions and everything, and like all of that coming to light of like and that's off the camera, the amount of how he put himself through. Like,
let's be real, you got to be on drugs to do some of that shit.
Oh, for sure,
Like,
a lot of them.
You can't do that shit sober.
A lot of them, but
I believe not having Steve-O on this episode, they're not like being able to quote the episode that I listened to with Steve-O. I think that's a lot of what he talks about in this special. It's not like a comedy special. It's just like kind of his life. He like highlights a lot of like stuff that he just did, just because like either because he was like on drugs or whatever, but just stuff that he did and he thought was funny. And I think that's like
he's done a lot of that on YouTube too, because I believe just because of them filming for Jackass, most of his hardcore drug years were like captured on video.
Yeah.
Most of it obviously never saw the light of day, but he's been posting it and talking about it and been very open. I'm gonna say it, like Steve-O sober, fucking love Steve-O sober.
Right? Yeah.
He is like. He is the man now that he's gotten his shit together, and like listening to him talk, and like I love me someone who's been through hell
Yeah, absolutely.
came out the other side and has like that like life experience. Like I love that.
And that's a good transition to our next topic. Celebrities who we like sober versus intoxicated.
All right, I'm gonna say the obvious one. Charlie Sheen
Damn,
on cocaine.
That was mine. That was fucking mine.
I prefer
I thought you were gonna
it.
stick with Steve-O, and I was like, cool, I got Charlie Sheen locked up, and you got a twofer going on.
I'm sorry.
Like, all right.
So I've been thinking about this topic hard because you know who else? Kesha. I like her. I like her drug years much more than her current years.
Yeah.
Her music was better. She was hotter. Can I say that? I said it. I'm sorry. But like
No, it's
high school, Jared.
But she's been.
Love
Kesha.
Kesha.
Kesha had something like. She had a dispute with her record label.
Yeah. She
didn't
had some total other side thing. I believe, if I remember right, I think it was like sexual assault from her manager.
Oh, jeez.
And so her manager refused, and then they got into something because she didn't own any of the rights to Kesha
Right.
or the music, and the record label refused to release her even though like these allegations were out there. And I know they went through court. I don't know any of the details, but I think that's what it was. But old Kesha was the best.
So just going, not through. I don't have a list, but I think I'll give a name. Tell me what you think right off the bat. Miley Cyrus.
Oh,
Oh, dude, she's fucking whack. Jesus Christ.
I gotta go with pre-drugs for Miley Cyrus.
Pre-drugs,
Yeah.
because like I loved Hannah Montana. Is that gay? I don't know if that's gay. For
No,
me,
no,
so-
you like a girl. That's not. I would definitely have.
I loved like that was we were the prime age. Miley Cyrus is probably a couple of years older than us, I would imagine.
Yeah, maybe a year or two, but
Um,
just about the same.
But like I grew up watching Hannah Montana on Disney Channel and loved her. And I would have to say, I mean, crackhead Miley's kind of hot in a way, but like
Crazy hot.
yeah.
Like,
She's
like
just
that
crazy.
psychotic-
Like,
She's
you feel
just
like you had a
crazy.
fun night with her?
Yes,
You know?
absolutely. But like
should be fun to hang out with, but like.
Hannah
like,
Montana, I just loved. I mean, that's what we grew up with. I had such a big crush on Hannah Montana. When
Oh,
she
for
was younger.
sure.
Or when I was younger. I
Yeah.
guess both. But yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
That would be one. What would another one? What about like Robert Downey Jr.? Iron Man, because he was crazy pre-Iron Man.
Yeah.
Even like maybe during the first Iron Man movie or so.
I love him talking about, because if I remember right, he spent some time in jail, right? I believe he
so.
did a stint. And so once again, this goes back to me just loving people who have been through hell. I love him as he stands today, having done all those things, like
Right.
being able to reflect on it and just like the person he is.
So that
I
would be-
also think he's a phenomenal actor. I'll say it right now.
Oh my
Robert Downey
God.
Jr., I will suck your dick. Throw it out
He's
there.
like just an attractive guy. Too.
Yeah, oh my god.
Iron Man. What do you got, Beef? Anything?
I was gonna say Charlie Sheen.
Mhm.
But,
I'm sorry, I stole your thunder
that's
there.
fine.
Charlie Sheen is the perfect answer. I mean, like
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen, Wild Thing back in the day. What was Major League? Isn't that the movie? Major League 1 and 2. That was Charlie Sheen. That's like the perfect. Like he was on top of the world.
So, I just learned this right now. I'm gonna say Keith Urban. Keith
Holy
Urban
shit.
in the 90s was fucking awesome. Keith Urban now,
You know?
he's alright. He's alright. I think in the 90s though, you know.
Was
like,
he drugs in the 90s?
Yeah, so right here from Insider.com,
Okay.
Keith Urban told Rolling Stone in 2016 that he turned to drugs and drinking in the late 90s.
I mean, I do agree. Most of the Keith Urban music that I really love comes out of that.
It's old Keith Urban.
There's something about like people who are super fucked up on drugs and alcohol and like what they can create.
Dude,
That you
and
just
that's
can't-
music. You know,
yeah.
that's just rock and roll, baby. It's just fucking drugs
That's just rock and roll.
That's just sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Yo, that's great.
But same thing, like Billy Joe Armstrong, the lead singer of Green Day.
Yeah.
When he was fucking coked out, dude, like those were the fucking shows you wanted to go to because he was
Yeah.
fucking wild.
Yeah.
You know, now that he's sober, like, meh, you know, not getting the Green Day you want.
Those
Yeah.
are really good answers. Like what? I don't think any of us were around for the Motley Crue days.
Dude, Motley
But
Crue.
like, can you
Oh
imagine
fuck! Those guys
being
fucked.
at one of those? I really like. Obviously, I knew who Motley Crue was.
Yeah.
But that Netflix special, it was called Red, I believe. Did you watch it?
I have not watched it.
Oh my god, it is the best. It's so good. It's not a documentary, but it's like it talks about like their come up.
Yeah.
Motley Crue's come up. And
Dude, I bet Motley
It's
Crue
amazing.
back in the day, like fuck.
oh my god.
Dude,
they
I
were-
love like what is it the 80s that's just like everyone was just fueled by cocaine.
Oh, yeah.
Like I love the
Big
idea
hair,
of
cocaine,
just like
fucking
yeah,
Trans Ams.
everyone just getting fucking wild.
Same
I
thing-
think the world's become a little bit too sterile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we know.
They need more drugs.
2000s.
I think we do. I think
Well, same thing with like Metallica, dude. Like back in like early Metallica days, like those dudes fucking rocked.
yeah.
You know, now like yeah, like, I mean it's still Metallica. You know, like they're
Right.
still like the biggest fucking metal band ever. But back like you know, like
And that's the
early
same.
stuff-
That's the same thing with Motley Crue. They're making a comeback or they were supposed to have one. I think pre-COVID, just because of that Netflix movie. It came out and everybody loved them. Everybody wanted to see them. Their music was going through the roof,
Yeah.
like on Spotify and stuff like that. And I would have just loved, but all of them are sober at this point,
Yeah.
or like they've cleaned it up a little bit.
Right.
Back in the day, that would have been crazy to see.
It would have been dope in the 80s to see Motley Crue.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have lived my 20s in the 80s.
So who's that band today?
That's just a fact. 20's outside of fucking 2020 or 2015. When did we turn 20? 2015, right?
Yeah, but like I don't know, being in your 20s like right now sucks. But what were you gonna say?
So who's that band today? You know, who's
That-
that wild ass band today?
Oh,
Like, who's the Motley Crue
man.
of the 20s?
I see
That's tough.
it. I think it has to be rappers. Rappers.
I was about to say, well, so
Yeah.
that leads me to Post Malone.
Post Malone.
Post Malone.
Post
It's gotta be
Malone. Post Malone fucked
Is he-
up
he's
is a
not-
national treasure.
Yes.
He's not sober yet.
No,
Right?
he's
No,
very
there's no
much
way.
not
Please,
sober.
Post Malone, never
But don't
sober
ever-
up.
But don't ever sober up.
Don't ever sober up.
You are beyond a doubt a national. That meme of that girl flashing him at the concert
Oh
with his
my
jaw
God.
down is the best thing on the internet. I will never not laugh at one of those.
That's so funny.
I love Post Malone, dude.
You know, he's so-
You can't
I-
not love Post
I
Malone.
just saw an article. It was something about like he was getting oral surgery, and while he was fucked up on the meds, he decided to get a
Did not-
tattoo as well.
Did not think that's where you were going when you said oral. Just saying. Anyway.
But yeah, he was like fucked up, and he got another tattoo while he was like getting like oral surgery, something like that. It was something ridiculous.
He's someone I would
And
never
I just-
wanna meet. Never
yeah.
want to meet sober. Ever,
No.
ever.
I want to party with Post Malone.
Oh my god,
Oh,
you know he parties
God,
hard.
yes.
I love him.
I don't know. I think
Oh, he got dental diamonds. That's what it is.
Dental diamonds.
Yeah.
which is probably that's
Yeah, so
technically
yeah,
oral
Post Malone just
surgery.
got a new tattoo at his dentist office.
That's
That's the
oral
most Post Malone thing
surgery.
I've ever heard in my life.
That really is. I mean, he is. When he sang, so have you seen that clip of him singing Sublime? Is it Santeria?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Oh my god, I want a studio version of that because he kills it.
He's
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 so
talented. He's like actually like musically talented.
Imagine being able to be that fucked up and like still be at the top tier of your game.
Right.
It's
Like,
insane.
yeah.
We're doing
He's
it right
insane.
now, boys.
He's
Sure,
an-
I mean, I'm out of.
He's
I'm
an
out of-
amazing musician as it is, and the fact that he just fucking
we just
rips it every
cheers.
fucking
We
night.
just cheers empty glasses.
Yeah.
And we're back.
We did not mention this beer at all. This is, I told you guys, this is a brewery that I want to get on from Wisconsin. Shipwrecked.
Where is it out
I
of?
haven't heard of it.
Shipwrecked out of Door County.
Oh, okay.
We don't spend a lot of time in Door County.
No.
But
I will be there in 3 weeks, so maybe I'll
Um,
swing by and see if I can get someone on.
I think they had like a, my mom got me this crowler. She actually got me two of them. Let me. She got me two of them, and I think it was like a relatively sad story. Like their brewery burned down or something like that, and they've come back. But like, I just want to get them on. Long story short, I want to get them in touch with Bottle Share too because they had a lot of shit happen to them. Anyway, don't remember where we were at when we left off.
We're talking about celebrities that suck sober.
Sucks over.
Sobriety's tough.
I think we went through a lot of them.
I think we got.
I
I think
like-
we're on the general consensus that Post Malone should not sober up.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't.
I want him to just spend the rest of his life as fucked up as he is.
See, like, I wish there was like a rock band of like today's day and age that like it was like the Motley Crue of the '80s.
But like,
There's just
you also can't get away with it like you used to be able to.
Yeah, I almost like.
because like in the Motley Crue documentary, whatever it was, they did a lot of like they showed a lot of every time they would go to a hotel they would just trash it.
Mhm.
Absolutely, and they would like end up paying for it or whatever, paying for all of the damages. But like, can you imagine if any kind of artist went to a hotel room and just like threw shit out the windows, broke the windows, all of that stuff? They would get absolutely dragged.
Yeah.
I just don't think there's a place for it these days.
Yeah, right now, like I said, the world's just too neutered.
Yeah. It's too soft.
Too soft. Whatever, man.
Fucking template, bud.
Yeah. Everything's just a major issue, and so you can't get away with those things like you used to be able to.
That sucks, man. Because we need another Motley fucking Crue in this world.
You just
know?
need more rock.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like struggling to actually think. I'm scrolling through my Apple Music right now, looking at artists and like.
There's
trying to-
nobody. There's literally nobody.
I'm like. Yeah.
Nobody that's crazy. There's
There's nobody.
absolutely nobody that's crazy. Post Malone has got to be the closest.
Yeah.
And stay crazy. Did you guys listen to his interview with Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was.
He did fucking 4 hours. They did like 4 hours together, didn't they?
The best part about that interview was Post Malone just being the national treasure that he is, and then Joe Rogan trying to like re-rail
Right.
everything that was going on because everything was so far out in left field. It was amazing.
It's great.
I would say I think Joe Rogan might be my idol.
Someday.
He is just an awesome dude. Like
For sure. He's moving to Texas.
I saw that.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Fuck California.
Get out of Cali.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are.
Back.
You know who else I like too? Joey Diaz.
Oh.
He's
Coco
hilarious.
Man. Joey Coco Man Diaz, isn't that what his name was?
It could have been. I don't know.
Coco something. It was something.
Can't confirm or deny, but it's hilarious.
He is
He's
like
hilarious.
he's one of the best stand-up comedians that like never had a special. He really never had, like, I've seen all of his clips, I've seen all of his stuff, but he just hasn't. The only special that he's had was The Degenerates. Have you seen The Degenerates
I
on
haven't.
Netflix? It's like a
It's probably him. and
everybody
Kamala,
gets on.
right?
No, it's a bunch of people and they all have like 15-minute sets.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like a series almost. So it's like a bunch of people with there's like 4 or 5 people with 15-minute sets. And I think
Okay.
there's maybe 2 seasons of it. But he had one of those and he just fucking killed it. He's so good.
Joey Diaz is on my my comedian bucket list of
I
people to
would
see
love
live.
to. I would absolutely love to see
For
him.
sure. Alright, anyways, let's re-rail this.
Non-alcoholic beer. What do we think about that? Lucky, you have a strong opinion on this.
So, I forget. It started with someone else. JJ, take. What do you? Give me your like initial reaction when I say non-alcoholic beer.
I think what's the point? That's my main response.
I don't hate it one bit. I really don't. I tried to do Sober October last year. I think I got like 7 days into it. But Dirty Duels got me through it.
Dirty Duels.
The Dirty
Duels?
Duels.
The dual skis.
So I really don't hate it one bit. I like the taste of beer, so that's why I get the idea of having a non-alcoholic beer. I also think it's really important for people who like, obviously recovering alcoholics, like that
Right.
whole spectrum of people. Are they spectrum? I don't know, that whole group class. Don't know why I picked that one.
That's it.
But you know what I mean. Like people like that, obviously they need
alcoholism is a spectrum.
Well, you heard it here first,
Okay.
folks.
Lucky's about to get dragged on fucking online.
Can't fucking wait. Come at me, bro.
But
Anyway.
but yeah, I don't hate it. I don't get upset if someone says they're not they're not drinking. Like it's whatever.
I just like don't see the point of it. You know, like unless you legitimately like the taste of beer, I guess I can understand. But it's like, you know, like why drink it? You know, like if you're just going to a bar hanging out, and you don't want to drink, like just get a fucking club soda.
But then you're gonna get dragged by your friends. But then you get dragged for having an alcoholic beer too.
Yeah, you're gonna get dragged either way. So it's like, what's the point?
Okay, so here is where my argument comes in. We had, I think, Athletic Brewing Company on that. They were one of our first guests on Hoppy Hour, like months ago. I think it was Athletic. Whatever it was, Athletic, something like that. They were a non-alcoholic beer company, and they came on, and I just sat in the corner silent. I wanted nothing to do with them because, like, my question that I had that I was gonna ask them, I don't think I actually did. I was like, "What can I mix your beer with?" Like, because I want to have like,
I want to catch a buzz.
can I like if I'm drinking a beer, I want to like catch a buzz. I want to like feel a little bit of something. So can I cut it with some vodka or like something that'll like get me there? Then just a couple weeks ago, we had on Hoppy Hour, we had a brewery called Wellbeing Brewery, and they fucking sold me. So their beer has a lot of electrolytes in it, which I don't like understand.
I think it's like sodium, right? That's electrolytes.
I don't know.
I didn't play sports, so I couldn't
It's
tell
like
you.
the ions and shit.
I just know I drank Gatorade because it had electrolytes. It was supposed to like hydrate.
Yeah, it makes you feel a little bit
It was
better
supposed to like
after.
make you like.
I've become a big liquid IV person.
Yeah.
But like Gatorade when I was playing sports, when I was like dying from like
yeah, you used to taste
athleticism.
like.
It was like,
athleticism. Now it tastes
Dying
like
from
hangovers.
athleticism.
It tastes like hangovers now.
Yeah, it for real does. Pedialyte for sure.
Pedialyte, Powerade. You get a fucking bottle of Gatorade, throw it in your fridge for a night out, dude. That's a fucking game changer the next morning.
So imagine, I'm gonna sell you on this idea.
Okay.
Imagine a world where in college, not all we did, but we would go out to the bars once I turned 21, and we would stay out until bar close. Not every night of the week, but pretty close. After, like, once we were like done at the bars, someone would say, "Hey, let's go have a cool down beer." Okay.
Yeah, you're big on the cool
follow
down
me?
beers to this
You're
day.
big on the cool down beers. I can't relate to this. But
I was gonna say I've
It's
never done
crazy.
these.
That's
outside
crazy
of-
because like it was like all of our friends out at a bar, and we'd be like, "Hey, let's go," and it was basically like the A bar, after party, A bar. You guys have heard of A bar?
No, never.
I
never.
guess-
This is very much like the story of Forbes, where it's like you're like, oh, this is a thing, and
It's
it's like,
just a
no, it's
platinum
not a
thing.
thing. It's just a you
It's
and your
not.
friends
A
thing.
bar is for sure a thing. The after bar is for sure a thing. You leave the bars and you like have to go somewhere and like hang out, and like that's where like you talk to girls or
Oh,
whatever
yeah, the three
fuck
girls
was
in
there,
Platteville.
that, like there was like 6.
You mispronounced cows. I'm sorry.
Um,
Don't forgive it this time.
Whatever.
The townies. The townies in Platteville.
They're the best. I mean, they were like, you ever been with like a 75-year-old?
I was about to say, I just picture a toothy crack addict, a toothless crack addict. You say townie.
Toothless, I would much prefer.
Yeah.
Or
You were
toothy.
really not selling it.
Yeah.
Really
Fuck
not
off.
selling
Okay,
it.
Okay,
so
anyways,
anyway.
so let's put
A bar. So you think of we've done this before, like where you leave the bars and you want to like keep drinking, but the bars close. The lights come on and like everybody's like, "Fuck, I really want to just keep drinking. I want to keep partying." Everybody in our party, and we've gone to like an apartment after, or we've gone to a house or something afterwards, and we have what I call a cool down beer.
Mm-hmm.
The cool down beer to me always is like the killer of the night. Like I'm not blacked out when I'm at the bar. I'm not blacked out when I'm like on my way home, but then once I get back, I have one beer, and one beer leads to another beer. Another beer leads to like, oh, let's just take another shot. Whatever. So the cool down beer if it was non-alcoholic and it was like actually rejuvenating, like it was just full of like electrolytes and like it actually hydrated you, that would be amazing.
I would rather just
Can you
drink
imagine?
Gatorade. Honestly, I'd rather just Gatorade.
But you wouldn't after you were like out at a bar all night. You for sure wouldn't. You wouldn't want to go home. You would not want to go home with a bunch of people. Like, say everybody's like, hey, let's go to a bar at Ryan's. Let's go to like whatever. Let's go drink at Ryan Producer Beef's after the bar. Let's go to Producer Beef's after the bars and let's hang out for a little bit. You would not want to drink a Gatorade.
No, but I wouldn't want to drink anything non-alcoholic.
I hated the idea. I hated the fact that we even had a non-alcoholic brewery on. No offense to Athletic Brewing, but when Well Brewing came on, it was Well-Being. The idea of having like a non-alcoholic IPA at the end of the night, that just like it tastes like an IPA, it tastes like a beer, but it's helping you.
Yeah.
So such a good idea. Dude.
I like that as a post game idea. You can, but I think I'm gonna reach out to him because I'm determined to do sober October again this upcoming October.
It'll be tough.
I really want to see how long I can
It'll be
last.
tough with a podcast on Hops.
Yeah, it's gonna be really tough.
Okay, but whatever.
But I think I'm gonna like.
But you can advertise non-alcoholic beer. I think that'd be good for like the people that enjoy beer.
Yeah.
Like the small percentage of the population that enjoy drinking beer.
I also think that there's a large proportion of people that.
Hops too.
The small percentage of the population that enjoys drinking non-alcoholic beer.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna say. Didn't come out like that, but that's what I was trying to say.
We're drunk. We've been drinking a lot.
I also think there's a good sized population of people who just due to who they are can't drink because they get too carried away when they do it.
Right.
I can relate.
And so I think it's important to have options for them. Have you guys seen the idea of a sober bar?
That sounds miserable.
So
that's completely different to me. That
So
sounds
was that like a roller rink?
So the midnight bowl?
Yeah, we're going midnight bowling.
I get fucked up at midnight bowling. Do not.
I was midnight bowling like a week ago and we got pretty drunk. But anyways, the whole idea is it's for like people who were alcoholics and quit drinking to still be able to go out and be social.
Yeah.
And so you can like go there and like order like drinks that are mixed and it's like they do their best to just imitate like actual drinking essentially to give you that social aspect, but it's never gonna be the same. Because it's not the act of getting like a handmade cocktail, it's like the buzz I feel that makes me less awkward.
Right. I mean that's the biggest thing. I don't think this will work for me when I'm sober. Like I can't go a full night with drinking non-alcoholic beer. I can't. Like if I want to like talk to a girl, I want to like hang out with. Yeah, right. I don't talk to girls.
No.
If I like am hanging out with anybody, I have to be drinking. I have to like get a buzz. But I'm saying at the end of the night, leaving a bar, borderline blackout. Mm-hmm. Having like a cool down, like this is the end of the night, a beer that actually like rejuvenates me or like helps me the next day.
I like it because at the cool down beer, you're not looking to get more drunk.
No,
really.
You're not, I mean, you shouldn't be
because like you're trying to go to bed.
You're just the idea of the cool down beer is to like bridge the gap between like this insane night and me trying to be functional the next day.
I get the worst hangovers, so I would definitely.
And I'm just convinced. I am convinced that those hangovers come after the bars.
All right, so they're like kind of off the rails, kind of not. Are there any techniques you like guys learned over the years to like kind of soften the blow with hangovers?
Fucking.
Like, is there like a drink you stick to that like doesn't fuck you up as much, or is like there's like pre-game rituals you have that will like prevent you from getting like hungover?
Big on the pre-game Tums, prevent the heartburn.
Mm-hmm. Pre-game Tums is huge.
Yeah,
I do it almost every time I go out.
Yeah,
like if I know I'm gonna be drinking a ton, Like, I just have to.
We all have a friend that would always take Tums, and we were like maybe 21. Shout out to you. You know who you are.
You know who you are.
And
I'm going to tag you in this.
We would make fun of him hardcore for it, but now that we're old, 100% get it. Yeah.
1,000%.
Life changing. Also, big vodka soda guy.
I love vodka sodas. If I'm getting fucked up, I will mix in vodka sodas.
Yeah, and you will feel
And you feel
perfect the
100
next
times-
morning.
You do. Or if you're doing like a bar crawl or something like that, you throw in like the Pedialyte packets,
Yep.
bring those to the bar,
Jesus.
mix those with water.
Those are just life-changing.
Those are lifesavers.
Yes, I try to pack a couple if I'm doing for sure a bar crawl. Every bar crawl I've done, I'll pack a bunch in like my pocket.
Yeah.
I'll just be at the bar mixing it into my vodka sodas. Life changing.
Also, eat before you fucking go out.
oh,
you know,
for the love of God!
If you go out on an empty stomach, like there's nothing.
I
There's
can
nothing to
go out
save
on
you.
an
Nothing
empty
can save
stomach.
you.
I literally think I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
just feel like my stomach eating itself.
Right.
Almost.
I mean, like you look good, you know, because you don't have the fucking.
Yeah, right.
You don't have the fucking
The
food,
food
gut.
gut.
Yeah, but like you need some in your stomach before you go out.
Mhm.
Also, when we were in Japan, where they used to sell these like little like ginger shots, it was like ginger extract. We used to take that before we go out, and like something with the ginger just like calms your stomach down.
Oh.
And like you wake up the next morning, and you're like you feel good.
I'd be interested in like maybe getting some.
I haven't
How-
found
I
them.
think
I haven't found them since being back in the States.
I heard the same thing about like apple cider vinegar.
I haven't heard about that.
Have you ever like that's just supposed to be insanely healthy. Like you're
Mhm.
supposed to take a shot of apple cider vinegar every day,
Mm-hmm.
but if you take it before you go out, it has I don't know. I could be talking out of my ass, but
Is that just apple cider vinegar or just like any vinegar?
no
Because
apple
we
cider? It's apple
because
cider
we do like
vinegar.
pickle juice shots.
Pickle juice is good. I like pickle juice.
Yeah.
I have this
So
distinct
I'm-
memory of us in Platteville. Shout out Platteville.
UWP.
We were at Players, set the stage, full day of drinking, into the night of drinking. I'm basically checking in and out of blackout. And I go to the bar and I throw up, or I go to the bathroom and I throw
Go
up
to
in
the bar and just bleh.
and I leave the bathroom and I stumble back over to Nick, and you had Misty Torpedoes lined up for us, which it's 2 shots and then pickle juice. And that pickle juice is a welcome sight. That shit
It's great.
changes everything.
It's a game changer.
It just
I don't
goes
know.
down so easy, and you just hit it, and you're like, "Oh, I need that."
And it takes out all the like alcohol flavoring.
Mhm.
It just gets rid of everything.
Mhm. Now, if you don't like pickles, then
Yeah, you're
I mean,
kinda
you're
fucked.
SOL. But if you do like pickles and pickle juice shots, lifesavers.
Gotta do it.
All right.
That was all non-alcoholic beer. That was all based on the idea of non-alcoholic beer,
I was gonna say,
which I
timer.
love. That was.
Do you know how much time we have left on the clock?
I can look and see. So we got probably like 13 minutes.
I'll set it for 10.
Okay.
All right, 10
All right,
minutes.
let's do it.
So much fun.
This is gonna be so much
you wanna
fun
talk
to
about-
like splice everything together. It's gonna be such a shit show. I can't wait.
You wanna talk real quick about? You gave us another beer.
Oh yes. All right. So
this
this
is the last beer of the night,
La-
hopefully.
yeah.
Before we go out.
probably. So this is Foxtown Brewing. This is their Hidden Well Hazy IPA.
Really good.
I love this.
I
like
love
hazy
so
IPAs.
I love more than I love the beer. The beer is really good. I love hazy IPAs, but I love the can art.
Mhm.
I just
Yeah.
love the colors of it, and that's like
Green and
we
gold.
talk about it. Yeah, that's probably what it is. But we talk about it all the time on Hoppy Hours and stuff. The thing that sells me on a beer is like a sexy can.
You
Yeah.
judge a book by
Like,
its cover?
I 1000% do. Like that's what if I'm like in a
I mean, I feel like that just goes in like everything though. Like they tell you not to judge a book by its cover, but if it doesn't look good,
No,
Right.
you're always going to.
yeah.
it's like with women. No, just kidding.
Definitely.
I mean, it's with everything.
Yeah,
Women,
definitely, 100%.
Actual books, if you read, I don't fucking
I
read.
don't
so I
fucking
know.
read, but like I'll read the shit out of a book that like
Yeah, I was
Pops
gonna say
like this,
How about
that
this?
pops like
how about
this.
this? Like, don't read into this too much, but I would read the shit out of a book that had a sexy cover on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It could be the worst book in the fucking world, but if the cover looks good,
Oh, I'll read the shit out of that
I'll read the
multiple
shit out
I
times.
will
Okay.
read so much of that. I'll read it front to back and front to back
And read
front to
just the back a couple more
and
times.
then like I'll get to the back and I'll just stay on the back of that book.
Yeah.
That's not. I mean, that's too much. Anyway, Hidden Well Hazy IPA out of Foxtown Brewery.
Super good. Like I said, I hope to have them on.
I'm glad you guys like hazies. You guys
do
both
like
do.
hazies.
You guys both
Mhm.
like hazies.
I'm not a huge IPA guy, but hazy IPAs.
Hazies are just. I mean, I was not a fan of hazies until I started, until we started this like Hoppy Hour with Hops News, because they sent a bunch of hazies and like they were all so good, and so it's like everywhere I go now I want to try. Like we were just at, I had the hazy IPA at AJ Bombers. I forget what brewery it was, but I had.
Was it MKE?
I don't remember.
Oh, I would love to do a
But it was
episode
just-
from MKE.
It's delicious. Anyway, we're done with that. On to the segments because I think we're running out of time.
We
are.
So probably just enough time for Dear Lucky.
Just
We'll
over
see.
7
Let's
minutes.
do. But
So-
we got to try to get both in.
All right.
All right, Dear Lucky. This comes from Red's Ramblings podcast. Shout out. Thank you so much for the contribution.
The tag on Instagram. Keep going. Sorry.
All
I'll find
right.
the tag.
Dear Lucky, if you can make one thing in the world free, what would it be and why?
JJ.
JJ, you kick us off.
Oh Jesus. All right. I kind of want to go with just the obvious thing, beer. Like
Mhm.
I would love it if everyone could have access to good beer, right? Like just something about like people who just like, oh, I only drink Miller Lights, and it's like, oh, so you've never had a good beer in your life, like you've never.
Well, okay, Miller Lite's a good beer. As far as like light
because
beers
we're
go.
in Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's fair. But you know what I mean? Like you've never like ventured into like craft beer, and then people like complain about the price.
The
Oh, yeah, totally.
So real quick, the tag, the account is on Instagram. That's where they messaged Feelin Lucky. Red's Ramblings 1 REDS RAMBLINGS 1 number 1, not spelt out. But that's who gave us the Dear Lucky. Shout out, thank you guys very much. I think we're gonna try to collab with them relatively soon.
Awesome.
It's a good question.
It's a really good question. What would you say, Producer D?
See, one of my favorite hobbies is shooting guns, and I would love it if ammo was free. You know, I don't recase.
That's actually huge.
I don't recase my ammunition, which I should learn to do because it's financially smart to do as a shooter. But I would love to just walk into a gun store or like, you know, a sporting goods store and just buy a couple fucking 100 rounds of 9mm or just, you know, or walk out with it for free and, you know.
There's
Producer
there's nothing worse than you spend, you know, $500 on a quality handgun.
Right.
At minimum.
Right.
You're probably realistically spending about $800.
Shout out Glock.
Yeah. Love you, Glock.
Love Glocks.
Sponsor us.
Yeah.
And then you go to the range and you spend $3 on range fees.
Yeah.
And then in that hour's worth of time you blow through $200 in 9mm?
Yeah, dude.
Jesus
you can blow
Christ.
through it so easily.
Oh, easily.
And that's 9mm. That's cheap as fuck. You know, but still like a 250 round box, you're still looking at like $60-$70.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
We
And you're
should
lucky
know.
that
We
lasts
should
your
know. We
last
should know.
hour.
Producer Beef. We've said it a billion times on this podcast, and if you know Producer Beef, he's a Marine.
I would, yeah. Marine veteran, yes.
Marine veteran. That's. I mean, that just has to be said because
I was
that's that's such a Marine veteran.
I just-
answer.
I-
That's
you know,
it's great. It's
I'm a simple man,
absolutely
dude. I
great.
like beer and I like guns.
If I could make one thing free,
I swear, if you pick something that like betters the world, I'm
no.
really mad
See,
at you.
the first thing that popped into my head was hookers.
I knew you were gonna say hookers.
Free hookers?
I mean, like,
That's just consensual sex, isn't it?
I mean, hookers aren't consensual sex.
I mean, sex is never free. You're always sacrificing
Oh,
something.
for sure.
For sure.
Whether it be time, money,
But imagine if, like,
picking up the bill.
imagine if hookers were free. I don't think this is where Red's Ramblings wanted us to go.
No.
But
Well, you should have known better.
I don't know. Outside, I mean, like,
Outside
I'm not
hookers?
saying hookers is the answer, but like,
But it could be.
But it
It-
could be.
like, if you're some people, a lot of people, most people just have to like bust a nut.
Yeah.
I actually
to be,
think,
like-
I think if like everyone got laid regularly, you'd
Right.
solve all of the
It
world's
would be-
issues.
I mean, take like the men. Every war, everything has been started by men or whatever.
Mm-hmm. They just
If
fucking-
they
Yeah.
just fucking busted a nut or
Yeah.
something, and they're all like ugly. Most of them are ugly
Let's
as
say that.
fuck.
ugly as
like-
sin, yeah.
If they just got a couple nuts off before. So I'm not saying hookers is the answer,
But
that was the first answer that popped into my head.
All right.
So I don't know
but
what's wrong with
hookers.
me.
I think this
I
goes
don't know
back
what's
to
wrong with
like the idea of like before you make a major decision, masturbate on it.
One thought, JJO.
Yep.
JJO, that was shout out KFC
Yep.
Radio. KFC
Yep.
Radio was the podcast, is one of my favorite podcasts outside of Feelin Lucky, obviously, and Hops Geeks News. Outside of ours, that was one of our favorites. JJO's Just Jerk Off. I very much believe that, and like imagine if those people were having sex
That much better.
before. It's crazy.
All right. Moving
Well,
on.
no. I mean, like, I feel like I need a different. I don't.
No.
No, you're
you
sticking with
managed
hookers.
to make the world a better place.
We got less than 2 minutes left. You're sticking with hookers. All right. Barguments. Who is the coolest athlete?
I love that we rushed hookers just to come at this dumb of a question. Obviously, it has to be John Daly.
John. Yes. Okay. I like John Daly. I like that answer.
I don't know why. Should we even try to answer after that?
I
No.
mean, you've got a man who was drunk doing his professional sports.
The best quote from John Daly ever was on a podcast that I listened to. I think it was the Pat McAfee show way back in the day. But he said, if golf was 14 holes, I would have 17 majors and would be like not an alcoholic or something. Because like he drinks through every major, every round of golf that he plays. But because it's 18 holes, he gets like too drunk around like 13, 14. And like if it was just 14 holes, he would be perfectly fine. That's
He's
a perfect answer.
He's so funny.
I would have never even thought.
You gotta
of
love John Daly.
Yeah,
like,
you
even
have
if
to.
you don't like golf, you gotta respect.
You gotta appreciate him
Yeah.
for sure. He's got a drink named after him too. Like that man has
Mhm.
reached the peak of success.
Yeah.
Well, he has a drink named after him that was originally a non-alcoholic drink.
Yeah.
It's a golfer's drink with vodka added to it.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
great. It's so great.
Yep.
That's might be the perfect answer. Producer Beef, do you have a better one?
Not a better one, but my vote for coolest athlete. So after the NCAA national championship last year, LSU of course won that against Clemson,
I know where this is going.
and my vote is going to Big Dick Joe.
Big
Big Dick Joe.
Joe.
That's
Burrow.
our 2 minute mark. Big Dick Joe,
2
Joe
minute
Burrow
mark.
from LSU, quarterback, first round.
Just-
pick
I mean, like-
for Cincinnati Bengals.
Yes, Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
All you have to look up is the picture of just look up like Joe Burrow cigar.
Yeah, he's
I
just
mean,
smoking a cigar.
That is
just chilling the fuck out.
seconds. That's seconds, minutes after him winning the national championship, just shitting on the Clemson Tigers. That's a
I
great
love
answer.
that moment. I love that.
Yeah, that's-
My coolest athlete. The reason this came up, Neon Deion Sanders. Neon Deion Sanders. I mean, he is older than all of us. Like he's pre us, but we all know who Deion Sanders is. He's the greatest athlete probably of all time.
Yeah.
The greatest cornerback for sure of all time. He signed with Barstool Sports. It made headlines across the nation. Every publication picked it up. Neon Deion Sanders is with Barstool Sports. I think he is the coolest athlete of all time. We're running out of time though. Sign off real quick.
All right. Well,
JJ.
I'll see you guys when we get back from Colorado. Hopefully, I'll have some good stories about me getting thrown out some breweries or
Perfect.
bars.
Yeah, smoke a lot of weed for us.
Beef, quick.
It's a fun double episode, double header tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate all our fans. You guys stay drinking.
And yeah, I am lucky. This is Feelin Lucky, presented by Hops News. We're gonna have a little outro or something that plays.
As if you haven't
But
seen
yeah.
our own episodes.
No, no. That's it, man. I love you guys. Thank you so much. This has been a fun-ass 2 episodes. Hopefully we can put this in maybe on the end of our last episode.
Cheers,
Something.
boys.
Cheers.
That's great. Love you guys.
Love you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much.
Cheers.
This has been a Hops News production. You can find Hops News on all your favorite podcasts and social media platforms at Hops News. Cheers.